All right, we are live.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
We're caught in a trap. I can't get out because I love you too much, baby. You turn that down a little bit, man.
Sure, Jack.
Are you lonesome tonight? Will you come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
Rob, you got to call him out to me, otherwise I won't remember him.
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on.
Love me tender.
Love me
Oh, dear.
tender. Love me true. What? Sweet.
Let me sweet. Never let me go.
Love me sweet.
Never let me go.
Never let me go. For my darling,
Oh, Hebbish.
I love you.
Honey.
And I always will. Hey, what a friend we have in Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Christmas without you. Hallelujah. Christmas without you.
Well, after that, you have to do Here Comes Santa Claus.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right out Santa Claus Lane. Shouldn't have put some funny babe, bells in my hands, so sweet little babe. Viva bright light city, gonna set my heart on fire. She got a friend say fit. Keep 'em coming, man.
All shook up?
I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Hey, I'm all shook up.
Blue suede shoes?
Shooting on the moon, my blue suede shoes, let's rock. Come on, baby, let's rock. Oh, that's Jailhouse Rock.
All right,
Sorry.
Mac the Knife.
When the he didn't do Mac
I
tonight.
know, but we're having fun. I thought,
Are you running out of them?
Mike, I'll never run out. Of course not. Heartbreak Hotel.
Since my baby left me, I found it's heartbreak hotels and teams. You may be so lonely, baby. You may be so lonely. You may be so lonely.
How about... Oh, I've got a good one. How about Hound Dog? You aren't nothing but a hound dog.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. She never said a but you ain't no friend of mine.
Burning Love.
You said you was so close, but that's it. All right, what's the next one?
Burning Love?
I like Kentucky Rain.
Then let's do Kentucky Rain.
We're caught in a trap.
That's Suspicious Minds.
I can't get out because I'm caught in my beverage glass, baby. We can't go on together with suspicious minds. Pony, I suspect you of screwing up every day. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. How great thou art. How great thou
Elvis, when you finish How Great Thou Art, you go up on Thou Art. Could you do that for me?
How great thou art, how great thou art. Yeah.
All right. That's quite enough of that.
Oh, are you done?
I'm done. I've shot
Ladies
my
and
Elvis.
gentlemen,
Thank you very much.
Elvis has
Thank you.
left the building.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's the anniversary of my death. Hey! Thanks a lot. I'm leaving the building, man. Hey, Jack. Boy, oh boy, I'm going to go home and watch TV. I got 3 TVs in my jungle room. Yay!
Bullet holes, Jack.
How many years?
44 years.
Whoa.
Which is amazing if you think about it.
Since he died?
Yeah, he was only alive 42 years.
Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show, man.
Hey, Jack.
We are enjoying our second decade of the show that has become a daily routine for thousands of listeners, man. In great places like Calumet City, Illinois. Tupelo, Mississippi, Jack. That's where I was born.
And a baby cried. Hey, Elvis Aaron Presley.
And his mama
Tupelo.
cried as well.
And his mama cried. My mommy and I with our baby talk.
Sandusky, Ohio, Fredonia, New York, Lucas County, Ohio, and Altenkirchen, Germany.
It means
They,
old church. Did you know that?
Does it really, man?
Old church, Jack.
And a baby cried. Aye, glory, glory, hallelujah, his truth, his marching.
Always,
right, that's it.
always a thrill when you do that for me, Mike.
I'm
Thank
out.
you.
I'm out. I just got motivated. You brought up the fact right before the show that it was Elvis's death day, and I just couldn't help myself. I had to dive right in. But here we are. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing, man?
Because I know that you like to remember all those trips to Memphis.
Oh, God.
Elvis should have died
Don
during
and
a
Rob
cooler
were
month.
Don and Rob were obsessed with Elvis.
Well, I used to think that Memphis was just this amazing town that's full of art and music and culture. And then when we started, before we found Las Vegas as our next venue, we started diving, I did, into what Memphis would look like as a venue for a live show prior to the pandemic, of course.
Right, of course.
And I said, wow, Memphis is an asshole.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is
It's
all
got
they
its.
have.
It's got its stuff. It's got Beale Street.
It's got good
which
food.
is a pretty
Good
but
food.
Did Beale, outside of BB King's, did Beale Street have a real music scene, Rob? I don't remember.
No, I don't.
didn't
You know
think
what?
so.
I think it's sort of better now. I think it's a little better now. But
Okay.
but the
All right.
problem is that the industry of Memphis, and keep in mind, I believe, isn't FedEx still based in Memphis?
Think so.
I
Yep.
think I mean that's a big industry.
I saw Castaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the big industry in Memphis is Elvis. That it has been
And-
since he
and
died, and
That's
he
44 years ago.
and that's the problem. All of the Elvis fans are
Man.
dying, and also they've got a guy at Graceland.
Good.
That doesn't
Oh,
want-
that was a horrible thing to say.
Mike, how dare you? But
That was
also,
terrible.
the people of Graceland are not playing well with the city government of Memphis anymore. So it's really it's a city.
They're at a
that's-
crossroads.
Yeah, they are at a crossroads.
Look,
but
we were there when it was a thing, and
it used to
Hey,
really be a thing.
the hey day.
but then we milked it. We milked it too much, and it would come up where August was coming, and I knew we were going to have to take a trip to Memphis in August.
the
which
hottest,
was
the hottest it can be.
That is the hottest time of the year. You know, surprise! I decided to move to a place where it's hotter during August, and that's where I am now. But I didn't want to go there because it just was. I thought that the Elvis bit, and even though I did Elvis Presley, the impression. It was just, we did it a couple of times, and then it was every single time. And, I think I heard a couple of DJs down here in Fort Myers, Florida, Stan and Haney. They're these guys that have been on the air down here for a very long time.
Yeah.
They're very, very established. I think they come on the air at 2 o'clock. So I was listening to them as I was driving to my studio.
Nice.
And so I'm listening to it, and they're doing an Elvis bit, and I thought it was just a throwaway bit.
Right.
I didn't know that they were. And then I just got, you mentioned that it was Elvis's death day, and I got, we took a trip down memory lane with Elvis. And I don't know, did you like it? You liked it, right? You liked the trip. Did we like the trips?
We always had fun.
Wasn't one of the trips really horrible?
Yes, there was.
You know the one I'm talking about?
The one where they forgot the microphones?
No, there's just a lot of stuff that was going on.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it.
There were
traveling.
several good drunken things that I do recall happening. I remember one time, remember when they had Palm Pilots?
Yes.
It was like the newest
Yes,
technology,
yes.
and we
HTC
were on
Palm
Beale
Pilot.
Street, and
Right.
somehow our engineer Daryl mailed his Palm Pilot. He dropped it in.
Oh,
a
and then
federal-
because he got drunk at BB King's.
and he put it in a federal mailbox, and there was no way to get it because it's just, it's
Yeah,
one of
it's
those big.
done.
Why did he do? You were with him. I left earlier.
He was just drunk. He was
Checking
just
it
drunk.
in.
Oscar. So we go. Daryl and Rob and I. Right? It was just the
Yeah,
three
I believe
of us. Right?
it was just the three of us.
Daryl and Rob and I go to BB King's
You have to.
in
Yeah, it's a given.
in Memphis.
Yeah.
And the line of the night.
And we decided they probably say it every night.
You just stole you buried. I was going to say that. Yeah,
Oh.
they say to us when we go in that BB's coming in tonight. And when you go into BB King's, picture an extremely long, narrow bar with a bar on the left and then a stage literally behind the bar stools.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Like a little area where you stand up and then maybe some seats in the back. But it was in no way a venue like an improv where you have seats and then a stage.
Yes.
It was a narrow bar. So we belly up to the bar standing, and there's a band up there, really good
Tight band.
band.
Remember they did Superstition. It was
And
great.
they were fantastic.
Yeah.
And they are saying, the bartenders and the servers in there are saying, BB's coming in tonight. BB's coming in. So we get there, I want to say 8:30-ish,
Yeah,
maybe?
that's about right. Between 8:30 and 9 sounds about right.
And we close it.
And
And
is
literally
hot.
right before the last set, I think I said something to the bartender like, "Is it really true that BB King's going to be coming in? We've been here since 8:30." And I said, "Well, he still could come in, man. He could still come in." And then I left after the third set. I said, "He's not coming."
Right.
I'm angry at that point. Angry Irish drunk. He's not effing coming, Rob.
hoodwinked.
I'm out of here. And I split. And then you were responsible for getting our engineer, who weighed 115 pounds, back to the hotel.
Right.
And how did he end up putting his
It seems to me
communications device?
It had to do with like him setting it on the mailbox so he could do something else, and then it
just
fell
fell
in
in.
somehow. You know what? To ask me to describe it that day would be a chore, and a million years later, I certainly can't give you all the details.
Were you staying at the Peabody at that time?
Yes, we were staying
Okay.
at the Peabody. Yeah,
Because
That
we
was-
at least we upgraded the hotel after our third visit.
the Peabody's the nicest
Is it the
hotel in
nicest
town.
hotel there?
Yeah, it is. Very
Sounds-
nice.
Well,
Makes
it's the nicest hotel, but it's also just much these towns that have nothing going for them. They have this
Mike,
thing where
it is rich in tradition.
oh god, they said the ducks come down at a certain
Oh,
time.
that's the hotel.
They
okay.
keep ducks on the roof. So
Yeah,
the big deal is the ducks come down and go into a pond. Whoop-de effing do.
Pretty good cocktail hour
that's-
in the lobby, though. Ducks aside.
Did I do that?
Yeah,
did
we
I
all
play
did that. We would all.
I thought that was in New Orleans. That sounds like fun.
In those days, Rob, I'll be honest with you. I liked going out with the crew.
Yeah.
I didn't like just sitting in a lobby of a hotel with the crew.
Sure,
you know what
understood,
I mean? I
understood.
wanted to get out to where we were looking at other people.
Yep.
That's what I wanted to do. You know, we did a lot of drinking. What
Yes,
a
we
career
did.
of hotel lobbies and hotels. But Memphis. Do you have fond memories of Memphis?
I do, because Elvis Death Day was a bigger thing then, and as an Elvis fan, to me, the most fascinating thing was not the person that was in the jumpsuit or the impersonator that was in the gold lame jacket. I love the Elvis impersonators that would show up dressed as casual Elvis, but still like clothes that Elvis wore in the 70s, like the big blue jacket, but it's not like Elvis on stage. It's like Elvis going to the grocery
Just hanging
store.
out.
Yeah. And there was, oh God.
And you get these guys, there are hundreds of them. You get these guys that show up with the big black sideburns and the big jet black hair. They're always older.
Yeah.
They were always older because that's it.
You can't impersonate the young Elvis because then you have to be young and fit and good looking.
And
You can't be
nobody
that.
was.
And it's Elvis.
Yeah. Yeah, he couldn't even do it.
Yeah. So we made
I do
how many
remember
trips?
being. I went at least 3 times, but I know you guys went a lot more.
We went probably 3 times additionally.
Yeah.
I think 6 times.
Yeah.
6 times.
Whoa.
No, I want to say 5. We went with Frank Murphy. It was that was the funniest trip where I think
You were kicked out, right?
Frank got kicked out. Frank Murphy. For saying, I think I see, he went into one of the rooms and said, I think I see a biological stain. And they asked him to leave on the tour. And the,
You know who also got kicked out?
who's that?
Mark Riddell.
Oh, that's
Mark
right.
Riddell got kicked out?
Yeah, from employment though.
Well, what does he do now?
Now
What does Twitch do?
He's looking for jobs right now. He's the last I spoke to him about this a week and a half ago. He's on the fast track to a good job. He told me so. He didn't want to jinx it. He didn't tell me too much, but he said he's on the inside.
Let me add this.
Yeah.
That the knock about Mark Riddell was not meant to hurt him. I actually had a long conversation about his experience at Graceland and what had happened. And for me, he's been a better spot now because, I mean, think about if you were in the hospitality business.
Yes.
And all of a sudden a pandemic hits. What are they going to do with their team?
Yeah, not great. If he had to go, it was a good
Jesus.
time to go.
Well, it's also, they're aging out. I mean, they really are.
They truly are.
Look, what we do, you talk about, Oscar and I have had this discussion. We can conceivably multiply listeners generationally that pass this show down to their kids. We love that when we hear that. With Elvis, there hasn't been contact or content in 44 years.
This is true.
There's nothing you can do about it.
And also, I can speak to this, is that my kids, just by accident, they listen to the music you listen to because, they're in the car and stuff.
Yes.
They've embraced the Beatles. They got nothing. Elvis does nothing for kids today. I mean, I don't want to diminish his historical import in music, but he doesn't appeal to youth. He doesn't. And I'm sorry to say
Neither do
that.
the Beatles, though, really.
Well, Mike, all I'm saying is that
you can get it. You can get the Beatles have
No, the
such
Beatles-
a machine.
I don't know whether the Beatles translate anymore.
All I
think
can
they did.
say- all I can
maybe
say
10
is-
years ago.
all I can say is that my kids gravitate to the Beatles and not Elvis. It's just,
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm also saying the Beatles are a foreign entity to so many people these days. Look, I'm going to give you an example. I subscribe to a lot of magazines. I subscribe to the golf magazines, obviously.
Right.
Motor Trend, Car and Driver. I get the golf magazines.
Men's Health.
I get Men's Health. I get Vanity Fair. But I also get a magazine called GQ, and GQ has pushed me aside as a 62-year-old man.
It's not for you.
GQ is no longer at all relevant to me at all. I know who The Weeknd is, and I'm really glad. But they put
TikTok.
They put 600 pages on this guy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's a big get for them. But when they start talking about, electronic music DJs that are born in Saudi Arabia, I'm gone.
Also,
I don't have any.
You're
I don't
a Dead
track
Mouse
with them at all.
5 guy.
Yeah.
I like Dead Mouse.
But I will say that I think
That's Dead Mouse. I get jokes.
I would say, Mike, for your generation,
I thought the S was a 5. Oh,
for your
Are
generation,
you lonesome tonight? Yeah.
you kept your fingers in pop music for longer than the generation that preceded you, and I think that happens. I think it's got a longer because if you look,
Well, would The Weeknd be considered contemporary?
yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
100%.
Well, then and I love his hit, so that's good.
He's had a lot of hits.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, but the big
Probably
hit.
like 10 big hits.
What's
number
the
ones.
what's that one we were using for a lot of production?
Yeah, what is that called? I was like,
What's
it's-
the name?
it's-
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't
Hey,
know.
smart ass. You don't know the name of the song?
him up.
He's
No.
had like 10. You snarked me on it, but then you don't
Well,
know
no,
the
but
name of his biggest hit.
The name of his biggest hit was it has a record for the longest run on the top 40 charts.
Terrible.
You don't know
with
the
names.
name of it, though.
It's oh god,
See?
I don't.
Smart guy. There you go. Smart guy.
But you know, I'm
Do you
not-
know any of his hits?
Yes, I can't feel my face when I'm with you.
It says, "Can't feel my face. I feel it coming. Earned it. Wicked Games." This is his top 10 that
All
we're
right.
getting here. Call Out My Name. Love Me Harder. The Morning. Save Your Tears. High for This. Pray for Me. Often the Hills. Man.
We all are old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Party Monster as well.
Yeah.
We are all. Who would be today the current hottest contemporary artist?
Olivia Rodrigo.
Is that she does this? What's the name of her record? I've
pull
heard.
it up.
I've heard of it before. Yes.
And this is how I know. I know because I have Sirius Satellite Radio, and I see her all over my satellite radio
And
for top 40.
Justin Bieber still scores a lot of action when he collabs with people. What he does,
Justin Bieber doesn't count as the contemporary artist.
well, he's still spending time on the charts. He is because he,
On the charts.
because he collaborates with people. And I guess Lady Gaga.
Boy, you know, for the two hipsters that I'm working with
I'm
here,
pulling this up.
Sure.
I thought he just kept on
Rob
talking.
doesn't have any ability to pretend that
Jesus
he wants
Christ.
to snark me with it, but he doesn't have
I
any
know.
knowledge.
I'm
I never snarked you.
I'm pulling up her song.
I
right
You
now.
said
never-
he's actually had 10, Mike.
Well, no.
When I mentioned the weekend,
Actually,
and you couldn't tell me
Oscar
the name
said
of it.
10. I just said he's had a lot of hits. I don't know them. I don't.
Do you know
I don't
this
follow.
song, Mike? Let's pull it up as
Okay, here we go.
How about Doja Cat?
Not Doja Cat.
No, is that a
not
one-hit
gonna
wonder?
How about Lil Nas?
Little Nas is. I see that name a lot. Yes.
All right.
I can't play this for some reason.
How come? Is it volume up?
Olivia Rodrigo's number 9.
Number 9. Number
The
9?
Weeknd and Ariana Grande, number 10. Billie Eilish is there. I know that. Justin Bieber, as Rob said, featuring Daniel Caesar and Giveon.
Yeah, because he does those collaborations.
It has passed me by. It has passed me by. That's
But
it.
you
I get it.
stayed. Oh, here we go.
I wish we could play stuff through the. We can't. We can't do that. Yeah, hit it up.
TikTok.
You know
All
the
right.
song.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm getting bored talking about contemporary music. It just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Wait,
But
you said
anywho,
she's number 10. She's number 10 on the.
Olivia
Who's
Rodrigo
number one?
is number 9.
Who's number 1?
Number 1 is "Stay" by the Kid Leroy.
Oh yeah,
and
I've
Justin
heard of him.
Bieber.
I've heard of the Kid Leroy and Da Baby.
Oh no, Olivia Rodrigo is at number 2.
Oh, does she
And
have
I
two
love
hits?
I love it's Olivia Rodrigo and let's see, and Olivia Soprano,
Ooh.
because the hit it's number 2 is "Good for You."
Olivia.
Good for you.
Oh, I
Good
shouldn't
for
talk like that.
you. Oh, that's
Olivia.
terrible talk. Anywho, it's passed me by. But, you know, I don't know how we got on the subject of time passing me by, but I do feel that way sometimes.
But Mike, I never meant to snark you. What I meant to say is that you stayed in it for a long time, considering that you were.
I don't think so. I know you. I appreciate that you saying that,
No,
but I
mean,
don't think I
you were
did.
on the radio in 1980, and you were still following the music, and late as 2010. That's 30 years.
When I got out of music radio, playing music radio, and went to talk exclusively, I rapidly lost touch with contemporary
But
music.
also, that was the time that contemporary music became more split and more segmented. It became hard to follow pop music.
Yeah, look, it's easy to, Mike, it takes you 30,
it's easy to grin.
It would take you literally 15 minutes because you're musically inclined to see the top charts, skim a few songs, and be like, this is the new sound.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But it is more segmented now, and it's
Yeah,
hard
but
to find a
it's
great
not
pop
easy.
smash.
Like the only reason I know is 'cause I'm desperately still trying to stay relevant to my wife. And when she's listening to these songs, I'm like, okay, this is what's hip. This is what's going on.
She,
And I
It's
listen-
just amazing.
And I
when you
listen to
think
Kiss
about it.
FM in LA on Sirius because they pipe it in there.
I'm not on mornings anymore.
No, but it's Seacrest all day, all night. That's all it is.
Is it, what, do they voice track him?
I bet it. That's just cheap.
Just cheap. Just
Cheap
So-
radio.
Being Elvis' death date, is it still a thing down in Memphis, Tennessee?
Yeah, as a
Rob
matter
Steele?
of fact, Riddell, I saw his Facebook post this morning. He's driving his daughter home from Texas because she's, that's where she's going to
Texas.
college. And They stopped just by dumb luck. They timed it that they were in Memphis this morning. So he walked up to the grave and he wrote on the wall, Twitch, MikeO'MaraShow.com.
That's awesome. I didn't know he did that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you,
man.
Twitch.
So it was neat to see the pictures. But yeah, I mean, they still got the huge floral arrangements. They do the candlelight vigil last night. I listened to Sirius XM. They have an Elvis channel, and they've been doing all the coverage. And I think it can't be quite as big as they're portraying it. It just can't.
Oh, no
but
chance.
It's still a thing down there. Yeah, it is.
And it's probably still a thing where there are people that wander around Las Vegas, and I think
Yeah.
they probably still have conventions. But are there still guys that are maybe hopping around like Ocean City or someplace like that, making a living
Guaranteed.
as Elvis
Oh,
impersonators? Does
you know,
that still happen?
Michael Hoover still makes a very decent living, and we
Does he really?
Yeah, we actually had him at our first live show at the State
There
Theater.
What is the show you and I went to see?
Trent Carlini.
Trent Carlini. Is
In
he,
Vegas.
Did he pass
And
away?
I believe he passed, yes. But I have the DVD if
Wow.
you'd like to borrow it.
And he wasn't. What was he like? My age or something?
He
like
looked
that?
to be, he was the definition of a guy that looked just like Elvis from 100 feet away. And when I met him after the show, because he was signing stuff, it was like stepping into a wildfire horrifying. It was
because he was so made up.
he was so made up, and he looked. I mean, he could convey youngish Elvis on
But he
stage.
pulled an
Right.
audience.
Yeah,
right?
and it was small.
Let
and
me
if you-
look at Rob.
it
We
the
went to
Hilton?
see him. Do you remember the show? Was it the Hilton that we went to see
you
him?
guys
No,
went to
he
the-
was it was at the old Hilton. It's now called the Las Vegas
Yeah,
Hotel,
that's
the
right,
LVH.
the old Hilton, yeah.
Because that's where Elvis played. That
I
was the
just remember
international.
you guys like, do you want to come? I said, no, do not want to go to
Mike came and bailed because if you bought a ticket, you also got dinner at Benihana. And so,
that. You want him over with Benny Hanna?
no, he bailed. He didn't want to do
okay.
Benihana. I think I got his drinks, but not his food.
Trent Carlini, a renowned Elvis Presley tribute artist who performed at several Las Vegas resorts dating to the early 1990s, has died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear this.
Unfortunately, this is an old story. This was 2019.
Okay.
He was 57, so we were close to the same
Yeah.
age.
We
Yes.
would be remiss if we didn't mention Fez Watley.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Speaking of
lost
people
him
that
this
have
weekend.
passed, Fez Watley of the Ron and Fez show on WJFK, our station for many, many years, passed away. Another 57-year-old.
Yeah.
And very, very sad. Had a tough time. I didn't keep track of what happened post WJFK. I know they went to Sirius for a chunk
For
of
a
time.
long time.
I know Fez was troubled, with issues that spilled over to the air. Oscar,
Correct.
you'd know better than I would.
So-
I don't know the story
I
that
wouldn't
much.
want. I don't want to highlight the especially for someone that was so nice.
And he
to-
really was a really
To
genuinely
everyone,
nice
he
man.
seemed even like for our little show when there was mention of Big O and Dukes when we were on Big O and Dukes, or Chad Dukes when Chad had a good relationship with Ron and Fez as well. There was never this aura, and this is how I judge people maybe now because there's so many dicks in this industry, especially terrestrial radio, that if you're nice and you're famous, I'm good. Like, you've made my day. You've made my effing day. And Fez was over the top nice.
He was. He
He
really
was a
was.
very nice man. Very, very. And
talented.
it was they came to WJFK to do evenings. Would I be right about that?
Evenings, but then they tried a thing where they put them in at 11, from 11 to noon, and
They did
evenings.
middays for a while,
But they would
and,
do they do an hour in middays, and then they'd still do nights because it's WJFK. And it was, I know.
and he's still working. Anyway, that's it's just it was a great move. And they were funny guys, and they were very New York.
Yes.
And then I guess things just didn't pan out for Fez. And I know that Fez probably from the beginning had some health issues, but I wasn't familiar with what they were exactly. And then I didn't keep track of when he left the Ron and Fez show, which was just like a couple of years ago,
Yeah,
right?
just a few years, 3 or 4 years ago.
Before his retirement,
Maybe
he
five at
had
most.
already had a few heart attacks.
Yeah.
One of them he didn't even know until days after.
Okay.
And then
So,
there was,
yeah.
according to what I read, he had a massive heart attack, I believe, in March of this year that Ron had talked about.
Yeah.
I think
then-
Ron was a good guy too.
Ron was awesome.
Ron is a
Still
good guy,
is.
and I think Ron did his best with that
To try to
relationship.
manage,
But it's it's hard sometimes, and it's sad when one of us goes. It's a small fraternity.
It is.
In this business of ours. It's a ridiculous ridiculously hostile
Toxic.
job for it's toxic. And if you make a name for yourself as Ron and Fez did for many years, that's doing something. And it's really something to be admired.
I applaud because the three of us were all at the center of the hot talk boom, right? And everybody and so many of the shows sounded just alike. It was just almost cookie cutter. And then Ron and Fez, and it started out as a show, and it was a very clever idea then, ronandfez.com, where they talked mostly about this new thing called the internet.
Yes.
And they came on late at night, and I turned around and I said, this is talk, this is hot, but this doesn't sound like anything else I've ever heard.
It was a different cadence.
Yeah, it was.
Well, Fez had a cadence that was just, it was interesting. It was like, nobody could ever really figure Fez out.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
And then you had Ron, who was just a brilliantly funny man.
Maybe the most naturally funny person in real life I've ever met.
Just a low-key New York kind of guy. And they were just, probably the unhealthiest duo. I thought Don and I might set that record, as far as that. But those two guys, when you saw them in the daylight, it was like, what? Did they live in a tunnel? What's going on?
A caller would mention food. It was just tradition. Ron would go, God, I'm hungry.
Oh, and Ron
starving.
Ron Bennington received this, I think, when we were on WNEW.
Yeah.
And were Ron and Fez on WNEW?
Yes. They followed us.
And Ron got a pizza from, and I'll never forget the name of the place, Two Boots in Greenwich Village. I think that was the name of the pizza joint.
Exactly right.
And they brought it into Ron and opened it up, and Ron said, "Look at that son of a bitch." With a love in his voice that could not be duplicated. But they were sweethearts and nice guys, and it had to be tough for them coming into our world at WJFK, and they did it. And they immediately garnered a following.
The year that they were there was the year we had the Christmas party at your restaurant. And I remember standing with a few people in a circle, and Ron was there and Fez was there, and the conversation sort of came to a lull, and Ron picked up a big glass ashtray and put it on his hand. He said, "Hey, look at the ring Elvis gave me."
That's Ron.
That's
right?
him. That's him.
Such a funny guy. So Fez, safe home.
Miss you.
Sweet, good-hearted guy. Probably too sensitive for our business.
Yeah.
And the more I think about it, Rob, when I think about it, sometimes I think about these guys that have health issues in our business, and I think our business, for people that might be a little sensitive, it manifests itself physically. I've always believed that.
Mike, have you ever really known anyone to have their stomach explode just from being in radio?
So true.
You really think about that, and I think anybody in show business, you hear about a lot of people that are sensitive sorts that get that. So he will be missed,
He will.
And we love you, Fezzy, and safe travels. Thanks for bringing that up, Oscar. I would have forgotten about it, and and he didn't step on Elvis's death day though.
No,
so you got to give him credit
He passed,
for
he
that.
passed Saturday.
So we'll take a break. When we come back, we got the homepage and lots of stuff to talk about on our show today. So much I can't even keep track of it. We got such a big fat show.
Put it on paper.
Put it on paper. Print it. Take it upstairs to the fat man. Yeah, sorry. Hey, COVID, TikTok.
Internet.
Did you catch the latest bonus show? If you didn't, here's what you missed.
Let me give you your forecast. Fred is not dead.
6 inches of rain, my Lamborghini.
Shut up, Frankie!
Smoke your weed if you're going to do that. That's your thing. I don't care. Drink your beers. Stay away from hard drugs.
How close is the Sheets to your house?
About as close as to me being pissed off right now.
Is he intellectually lazy?
Of my 2 kids, he's a distant fourth.
I'm doing a show.
Don't have a bonus show subscription? Then get one, because it's the only way to get that 5th hour of comedy power every week. Try a single episode, try a month, or splurge for an entire year. It's one of the best ways to help support TMOS. Give yourself, a friend, a loved one, or even your neighbor the gift of laughter. Click that bonus show banner now at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Jim Amato, I love your voice. I have loved your voice. I have loved your voice from the minute you put your first promo on this show. I love it. Keep them coming. It's just fantastic. Thank you. I wanted to say thank you. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Here it is. It's in this little cauldron or goblet or flagon.
Flagon.
My
I like flagon.
I have a flagon of liquid IV. Hold on a second.
Nice.
Oh, that is lemon lime.
Ooh, the best.
That is lemon limey goodness. The hot summer months are here. Excuse me.
What?
And we need to be proactive to keep our body fueled up and hydrated so we can be our very best. 1 stick of liquid IV in 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone, and it tastes great with flavors like watermelon, strawberry, and lemon lime, the one I'm drinking today. It sounds like summer, doesn't it? We live on liquid IV here at TMOS because it makes us feel great, and the taste can't be beat. It was 95 with 100% humidity again today in Florida. I was outside. I was enjoying my favorite sport, and I drink liquid IV because it multiplies my hydration. What makes liquid IV so effective? Cellular Transport Technology, CTT. It's the optimal ratio of glucose, sodium, and potassium, and it delivers water and nutrients into the bloodstream super fast. Plus, liquid IV is on a mission to change the world. Products are being donated to hospitals, first responders, food banks, veterans, and active military. Liquid IV has donated over 11 million servings globally. Grab your liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code TMOS at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you get better hydration today using promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. And we thank you, Liquid IV. You rock. Let me just get this up here. There we are. Play the thing, please. Thank you.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
This is the homepage, and I have to tell you something. This celebrity hygiene train that we've been riding for the last few weeks is it makes me very happy. So I have to share every story I get when it comes to celebrity hygiene. The habits of the stars have been in the spotlight. So how about, why not, Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
Hey, Ellie, how you doing? All right,
He looks fastidious.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he does shower frequently, but he never, I never wear deodorant or cologne.
Really?
How about that?
He looks like a guy that would wear a lot of cologne.
That Oldsmobile must stink.
Yeah.
Well, that's the question. Does he smell? The answer apparently is no. Yvette Nicole Brown from Community worked with Matthew on the movie Tropic Thunder more than a decade ago, and she got a good whiff of him. In a new interview, she says, quote, "He does not have an odor. He smells like granola and good living."
Oh, my
Sounds
God.
like my lady's in love. He has a sweet, sweet scent. That is just him. And it's not musty or crazy.
Granola? Really?
Granola and good living.
Good living.
That's what she said.
Good living for granola.
She added, quote, "He was very kind to me." In an interview back in 2014, Matthew said, quote, "The women in my life, including my mother, have all said, hey, your natural smell smells, one, like a man, and two, smells like you." There's a guy. He just can't miss, can he? That's
My
it.
God.
Are you guys big cologne wearers? Do you wear cologne?
I like a good cologne.
I don't, because Carrie is not a big cologne fan, and my father's allergic. So if I got in the habit when I was hanging out with my
embracing your father.
as often as I can. You should try it. The days they're numbered.
Daddy, I want to be daddy's girl. Yeah, okay.
No, so I got out of the habit, and I used to occasionally do a spritz, but Mike, you notably, and I've said this before, nothing nutty about it. You always selected the best smelling colognes I've ever smelled.
Yes, Sex Panther.
That's very good.
That's what I liked. Fantastic stuff. So Quentin Tarantino recently revealed that he's basically never given his mother anything because when he was a kid, she basically dissed him. You'd think that would make a person bitter, but Quentin's mom, Connie Zastupel, took the high road when someone asked her to comment. She said, quote, "I support him, I'm proud of him, and love him and his growing new family. It gave me great joy to dance at his wedding and receive his news upon the birth of my grandson, Leo." She added that she didn't want to, quote, participate in this salacious transactional media frenzy. I think he might have gotten his smarts from her.
Yeah,
so
sounds like it.
She didn't take the bait. So maybe he'll give her money now. There's every DJ in the country said that had that story. Maybe you should give her money now. He should give her money now.
He knows better.
Yeah.
He knows better.
And also, Mike, every
I'm a
DJ,
DJ. Da 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 da.
every DJ had trouble with her last name too.
Rob, I don't know if you have this clip, but I wanted
What's
to mention it because I watched the clip, and you know that I'm not a big Kevin Hart fan. All right.
Oh, I do have the clip, as a matter of fact.
He's got a new show on Peacock. It's a series called Heart to Heart, and there was a news story about Don Cheadle being on the show, and during the interview, Don Cheadle mentions that he's 56 years old. Kevin responds with a loud "damn," and then things got a bit awkward.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. They're doing. Hold on, don't play it yet. This is. I don't think it's shtick.
I have some context.
Okay, you do.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll play the clip and then we'll talk about that. Anyway, Don seemed genuinely offended. I don't think so. It was just funny.
Yeah.
Because you see Cheadle mention his age, and then Kevin Hart does this, and I'm just laughing. I watched it like 3 times because it was just funny. This might be how they are. Who knows? Listen to the clip of the TV show on Peacock and decided whether or not Don Cheadle was pissed off at this.
But at the same time, like I said, and me, I'm 56 years old. Damn!
I'm sorry. Because it was a thought. No, seriously. It was a thought. It was a thought, and I blurted it out. I did not mean it that way.
I'm fine.
Okay, but just understand I didn't mean it the way it came out.
We'll take a poll on how you meant it with people here later after the show's over, but...
I can sit up here and honestly say, buddy, that was from a place
Started
of
from the
love.
beginning. Started from the beginning because it makes me laugh.
All right, here's it from the front.
But at the same time, like I said, and me, I'm 56 years old. Damn!
I'm sorry. Because it was a thought. No, seriously. It was a thought. It was a thought, and I blurted it out. I did not mean it that way.
I'm fine.
Okay, but just understand I didn't mean it the way it came out.
We'll take a poll on how you meant it with people here later after the show's over, but...
I can sit up here and honestly say, buddy, that was from a place of love.
Got it.
Like, damn.
That was from...
Like, damn.
You didn't... If we could play it back right now...
Play it back.
These are 2 different dams.
Play it back in slow motion.
There wasn't no...
I said...
There was no, like...
Play it back in slow
I
motion.
said, damn.
No, you said the word damn. Do you want me to tell you how you said it?
I know how I said it, Don.
Do you want me to say it back to you how I think you said it?
Go ahead.
Damn.
Not true.
Fam.
Not true.
Fam.
I said...
Kevin.
I said... Damn it.
Each time you said it, now it's gotten quieter and quieter.
That is, to me, that's the best promo for that show.
Yep.
If that's the way his show
Not
goes.
contrived.
Yeah.
Right.
I've had a dalliance with Don Cheadle working on another show. And when you're working on a show with multiple producers for a big broadcast company, there is a separate text thread with all the producers moving.
Sure.
Right? And I remember one of the producers, not me, saying, Mr. Cheadle, can you please turn your iPad? This is in the depths of the pandemic where everybody's doing everything on with whatever they have in their homes. And he didn't, and he left it at 45 degrees, so the capture was at 45 degrees. And at the end of the production, when everybody cleared, the big producer came on and said, Don Cheadle is a dick.
Oh, no! Wow.
But it was a funny clip.
Yes,
It was,
fun.
very much so.
But he
it's just-
seemed to come off, because in real time, I was there for the production. He was in L.A., we were here running for Master Control.
I'm here.
And he's there. I sat there, I was like, this man cannot be this big a diva.
Yeah.
Or he can't twist his phone one more effing time to get the right capture.
Wow.
So he didn't do it. He refused.
He refused to do it. We were early. He was a little late. But I will say that I saw that clip as well. As I was like, is that... No, I was like, then I remembered that interview where he was a big dick, so he would be a dick about his age and a damn.
Well,
I like,
have to figure it
the
out on your
insight.
own.
Yes.
Deborah Winger was supposed to star in one of my favorite movies, the 1992 film A League of Their Own. She was cast as Dottie. That's the role that Gina Davis ended up with.
Yeah.
But she quit when the producers hired Madonna. She thought it was going to turn into an Elvis film, especially since she recorded a song for the movie, This Used to Be My Playground. Madonna sang that.
A single, yeah.
Deborah does like the finished version of A League of Their Own, but as for Madonna, she says, quote, I think her acting career has spoken for itself. Ooh, meow.
Snap.
I think Deborah Winger's a diva too.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
I also think it was a trade up to get Gina Davis. She's so
Gina
perfect
Davis,
in
I
that
think
role.
but she was so athletic. I think
That's
that's
the
what
thing,
made
yeah.
the whole thing work. Add this to the list of reasons the world is easier if you're a man. A doctor named Alicia Jeffrey Thomas is going viral on TikTok.
Internet.
After telling women they shouldn't pee in the shower. She specializes in physical therapy for pelvic floor muscles. The ones that keep your pee from coming out accidentally.
Yeah.
And she says peeing in the shower could eventually lead to seepage.
Oh, no.
Or it's just a bad habit anyway. Basically, women's bodies aren't designed to pee standing up, and doing it too much trains your pelvic floor muscles to let you do it, which you don't want. Especially as you get older.
That's
I
right.
didn't know. This is naive of me, and I can't believe I hadn't thought. I know guys do it,
Right.
But for some reason I still have this veil of women just being too classy to do it in the shower.
Well, her name comes up again. Do you remember? I think about the time the sex book came out, Madonna said
Sex book
that she peed in the shower to prevent athlete's foot.
That's how she got the job in A League of Their Own.
That's right. Well, that was part of the audition.
Anyway, other bad habits include peeing when you don't really need to, hovering, ladies, when you're in a public bathroom, and pushing your pee out really hard to go faster. So does that mean guys can pee in the shower and not worry about it? Well, yes and no. Obviously, men pee standing up most of the time, but even for guys, there's a reason to not do it in the shower. It trains your body to associate peeing with running water. That's a stretch.
Hey,
I don't buy into that
adults.
at all.
And I also pee as fast as I can every time.
I know. Push.
You're outside the stall yelling it. Push.
Well, it's a theme on today's homepage. If you do it a lot, your brain will start thinking that running water means it's time to go. So you might start feeling the urge to pee when you wash your hands or fill up a glass of water. Oh, give me a break, please.
I think we're programmed to think of running water and associate it with pee. I
think if somebody has to really go, I have done this in the past where I say, really? Is it really bad when I'm in the car with someone that has to go, like my sister? And I'll go, will you please stop doing that? Why? What's it making you think about?
I did a documentary on movie palaces in college. It was my video documentary I did. And one of the movie palaces in Richmond had a waterfall built into the auditorium during silent movies. Ooh. Because it was, supposed to represent like a Roman garden. Mm-hmm. And they realized their bathrooms were getting overrun because the sound of the running water was making people pee. When they turned the waterfall off, less people were peeing. Yeah, exactly. So,
wow.
And there you have it.
What was that? What did you do that for?
That was for a documentary film class.
Oh, okay.
Movie theater.
Documentary film class. I took documentary film.
Yeah,
too.
it was required.
Let's put all these chairs in a circle.
That was one big one for that. Yeah.
Talk about the movie we just watched. Loved it. And now a little something. A 30-year-old Michigan man. Speaking of down there,
yes,
he stuffed 6 kidney beans into his wee-wee.
Oh no!
He pushed them into his urethra for gratification. And he was apparently hoping that his body would expel them on its own, but it didn't work.
Isn't one enough?
The beans.
Thank you, Oscar.
The beans got stuck and he had to go to the hospital. Doctors were able to remove them with a series of invasive procedures. And he was lucky to walk away with minimal trauma to his thing.
Yeah.
Reporters reached the man at home and asked him how he was doing, and he said he was chilly. Get it? Beans.
My God.
I'm sorry. That really wasn't. I think I enjoyed that more at 6:30 this morning than I did.
It aged
chili.
well. I think it aged
Kidney
well.
beans, chili.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Time to spill the beans.
Oh, don't spill them, please.
Anyhow, we'll take a break and we'll come back and talk about something.
Hello, everybody.
everybody. This is Bob Barker. And yes, I'm still alive. When I was hosting The Price is Right from Television City in Hollywood, we played a lot of pricing games. Barker's Bargain Bar, Hole in One, Punch a Bunch, Grocery Game, Golden Road, Plinko, and of course the lamest one of all, the bonus game. I hated the bonus game. If you want a good bonus, why not try the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show? It's a commercial-free, uncensored 6-hour of TMOS every week.
Nope. Oh, that's right.
Like when they say bad words. That's how much it meant.
Yeah. Why edit that?
You can buy it at MikeO'MaraShow.com. It's a fun way to support TMOS. Thank you. And don't forget to help control the internet population. Have your podcasters spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody. Always on it. Always on it. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Aura. Every 10 seconds, someone becomes a victim of fraud or identity theft, and 33% of those people don't get their money back after the attack. You could be their next victim. Aura can really help you. Aura provides digital security protection from online threats. It's all-in-one protection from identity theft, financial fraud, malware, scam sites, so much more. With Aura, you'll get alerted to fraud and threats fast, like if your online accounts or passwords were leaked, or if someone tries to open a bank account in your name, Aura is there. It's easy to set up. All plans come with $1 million in identity theft insurance to help recover your stolen funds, and experienced U.S.-based customer support that has your back. Aura is a new type of security service that protects all of your online information and devices with one simple subscription. Keeps you in control and guides you through solving any issues. Our listeners, early access and 3 months free. Aura is offering our listeners early access and 3 months free if you go to, I'm messing this whole thing up. My sincere apologies.
No worries.
No.
All right. I don't know what's happening. The machine broke.
Oh, machine.
The call is coming from
Machine.
inside
There we
the
go.
machine.
Let's go back and
The
try
call
it
is coming
and
from
see.
inside the machine.
Yes. That's usually what happens.
Right now, everybody.
Yeah.
Aura is offering our listeners early access and 3 months free when you visit aura.com/TMOS. This trial is for an extremely limited time and won't last long, so act now.
No.
Go to aura.com/TMOS to get access before anyone else and 3 months for free. That's aura.com/TMOS. And sorry about that. I had a little problema with that. I've been a little scattered, I'll be honest with you. Both Mrs. O'Mara and I are just a tad scattered with anybody that follows me online knows that we pulled our son out of school, and it sucks. And
I feel for you.
Continues
Could you walk
to
us
suck
through
down here.
the different, I guess, steps it took you to get to, like, okay,
because it's not something that happens
and
right
most
away.
People haven't read your post because they just aren't connected in that way anymore. They listen to the show.
Yeah.
All right, down here in Southwest Florida, we are experiencing a very, very high transmission rate. Some people have referred to this part of Florida as the epicenter, and a lot of people are getting sick. You've read this on the news. You've seen this on the news, where hospitals are, being overrun with COVID cases. The difference between this time around and last time is, if you remember when the regular COVID was out there, they said, and they were right about it, the kids, little ones, didn't get it so bad.
Right.
And there were also mask mandates in schools. So my kid wore a mask on the bus and at school every single day. And he went from, I think it was mid-September last year, all the way through the entire school year, and was happy to do it. This year, flash forward to the Delta variant with COVID, and there are two things at play here. Number one, the governor of the state of Florida has fought the mask mandates, and has said that there will be no mask mandates, and so that's problematic because this Delta variant is affecting children and is putting them in the hospital. And it's a very scary time. So what happened? Well, a couple of days before Michael went to school, the health department said due to the high transmission rate in our county that our school system would have a mask mandate. I remember when that email came in from the powers that be. Carla put her fist up in the air.
You said
God,
fist pumps, right? Yeah,
it will be exciting. Followed quickly by parents who do not wish to have their children wear a mask may opt out by filling out a form online. And if you go to any of the websites, very prominently featured.
Okay.
They care more about getting that goddamn mask opt-out. And in the case of my son, he is learning at these little 4-kid stations where he's got a little one here, here, and he sits right next to a person without a mask. As of last week, there were, at his school, I think, one case of a staff member, might have been a student in kindergarten and a staff member who came down with the COVID. At this point, when I heard this and hearing about where we are, where the worst might be yet to come, Carla and I decided that the prudent thing to do would be to figure out what we do with his education second, but pull him out of in-person learning first. I cannot put my kid in harm's way because some quote-unquote freedom-loving parent has decided that it's not important for their child to wear a mask. What scares us is the fact that the Delta variant is affecting children, and what scares us is the idea that this could have long-term effects for his health.
Sure.
Are the odds probably pretty significant that that wouldn't happen? I think so. Do I want to play those odds? Absolutely not. So I made the decision to forego school right now. We're in a holding pattern. It's all a question of we have school choice down here where you put down your 14 favorite schools and you wait to see if you get in the top 3, which a lot of parents do. If you do, you get that school. We were told if he went Florida virtual, he might not be able to have his place when we come back. Just add that to the real help that they're giving us in the land of DeSantis, and that's where we are.
That's a
now.
Scary place to be. Jeez.
His teacher is vaccinated, but as long as he's in a class with those kids, I think if they're not serious about wearing a mask in school, that means they're living their life in a different way than we are living ours. And the big difference, this Delta variant that does affect children, and there are younger people, including kids, that are going to the hospital with this thing, and that's not something I want to deal with. So I want to thank everybody online. You were so, except for a couple of really horrible people.
To be expected,
who there were, but only a couple of them, and I said goodbye to them, and they are infantile in their lack of empathy. They do not process empathy. They don't understand empathy. The vast majority of our listeners and people who support what we do were so supportive. And every now and then, folks, I'm here to tell you, it ain't a bad thing to have that support online. It ain't a bad thing to have a thread with people saying you did the right thing. It helped. It helped us. We're very, very happy that we made the decision. We're very depressed about the fact that we had to make the decision. So that's where we stand right now.
Take comfort in knowing that you're right. I mean, I know
I'm right.
It's hard, but man, you got to. You absolutely have to.
It's so depressing because this was the thing we were going to be outside. Now, I also, as soon as there is any ray of sunshine and some light there, we're going to get him back into school. Good. But I just don't know when that's going to happen. The key to this, in my humble opinion, is the fast tracking of these vaccinations for kids under 12. Mm-hmm. If that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be.
I heard this morning. So the runway is February, but they could hypothetically, if a lot of kids get sick, they could the government could say, emergency use, we're moving forward, here you go.
Well, if a lot of kids get sick, they've blown it again. Mm-hmm. And this is one where I will say, well, you blew it. by dicking around with this. And but I'm not going to be. I hope I'm wrong. Look, I don't. It's not a question of being wrong or right. I have no idea.
Yeah, but it's
whether
also,
I have no idea whether there will be a spike down here. I don't know.
You have to carry this as well as parents. You have responsibilities of your own.
Right.
Worrying about your son because people aren't, erring on the side of caution is someplace you don't want to be. So F it.
Yeah.
No, there are no mandates for vaccinated staff and teachers in our school system. There is not a formal mandate of masks. And when they decided to do that, because of the transmission rates, they gave the parents an opt-out to cater to the leadership from the state, which is made it just an amazing political rallying cry that, and where that was able to be successful, I don't know, man. I'll never be able to figure it out. It's so cruel. It's so cruel to parents, and we're not the only ones in the same boat.
What about Our Lady of Expensive Tuition?
Our Lady of Expensive Tuition is on the on the drawing board as far as what we're going to do. This is also a kid that's waiting for his gifted test to come through see if he's going to be elevated to a better learning situation.
Wow,
so it's just not. Is it as what would be brutal? Brutal would be having your child have to go into an ICU. Yeah. That to me would be brutal. This is just. He is in second grade,
but we're
going to figure out the virtual situation.
It shouldn't be this way, though. And it's so easy to make it not be this way.
47% of people in our county are vaccinated.
Now, did they get the new vaccination that has electrolytes?
The Brondo vaccination.
The Brondo, yeah.
That's what they have.
5 shots, I think it is.
Yeah. And, for the people that... and this one guy saying I can dish it out but not take it. You're messing with my family, you incredible a-hole. And, it's just I did not in any way put this out there. If this was a Democratic governor doing this, I'd be screaming the same
course.
thing. Just like I screamed that Andrew Cuomo was a big a-hole. You know what? This is just kids. And if kids are getting sick and going into hospitals and are going to have long-term effects, and, there's a lot of unknown out there. So for parents that are, thinking about doing it, Carl and I, as difficult as it was, because you just feel like you get a little overwhelmed because we were done with this and now we were back to kind of square one with it, you still feel relief. When you wake up on Monday morning, it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Sucks, but I'll keep you posted, and thank you for your incredible support. Yeah. That was wonderful. And, now we're just going to focus on him becoming a professional golfer because these free hours that he has, we're going to be dedicating him.
Yeah.
They're not
We're going to
wasted.
be We're going to be dedicating him to sports,
there
right?
There he is.
Right? Sports all day, every day, all right? How do you feel about things?
Great.
Yeah,
of course.
I would too. See you later.
Except about
Alexa, play Engelbert Humperdinck.
Hey ladies, it's me, legendary romantic crooner Engelbert Humperdinck. People ask me all the time, they say, hey Humpy, what do you like to do after the lovin'? And I always say the same thing. After I do the no pants dance, I like to catch up with those lovable scamps on the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike, Rob, Oscar, and my very favorite, the Pone Bone, Tony Bloom. What a gas. In fact, I'm a solid gold P1 listener and bonus show subscriber. The Humpmeister General never misses a minute. And I always get my mitts on that Friday favorite, the TMOS bonus show. And I listen in my hump-sized bed in my romantic mansion in Chester, Lincoln, Wiltshire, just south of swinging London town. So come get some, gorgeous. The Hump Man is waiting for you.
Yes, that's right. Elvis and Engelbert. Always had trouble saying that. Engelbert Humperdinck.
Not his real name.
Thank you. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Best Fiends. Wherever you're going this summer, Best Fiends is the perfect travel companion. It's a fun and challenging mobile puzzle game that you can play whenever or wherever you want. Whether you're traveling across the country or across the hall, Best Fiends has thousands of fun levels and tons of cute collectible characters to keep you company. Best Fiends has thousands of puzzles, and they add new ones all the time. Seriously, it's hard to put down. Rob is at level 4001.
Mike, it's called Red.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's very good, as a matter of fact. It's called Red and or Yellow. Good news, you have to defeat slugs. You got to defeat 5 slugs.
5 slugs.
32 red bees and 32 yellow bees. I can't get the yellow bees. So if someone can help me with that, help me with my yellow
want a
bees.
hack?
I need a yellow bee hack.
All right.
I do.
They even have little characters called fiends that you can collect as you go. So if you've always wanted a ladybug named Bob or an earthworm named Abe, you're in luck. You can play it anywhere you want. No Wi-Fi required, so you never miss the chance to play. So even if you're a billionaire on a rocket heading into space,
You can do it.
you don't have to worry about interrupted gameplay. Download the 5-star rated puzzle game Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's Friends without the R. Best Fiends.
Great game.
We thank you. Pull your chair over, young man. Come on over here for a second. Since you wanted
I thought you were talking to me.
come on the show.
I was hoping
Come
he was
on over
talking to
here.
me.
All right.
Oh,
There you
long
go.
ball
Pull it
O'Mara.
right in.
There he
Pull it
is.
right in.
Show.
Closer.
Come here, shooter.
Closer.
Shooter.
Here's the microphone. Here's your microphone. Is it working? All right. Let me turn it on for you. All right. There. Now it's working. Go ahead. Say hello.
He's got the look of a little boy.
Hello.
You've got the look of a little boy who's just been playing outside, Michael. How am I doing? Were you just playing
You
outside?
are wrong.
Really? He's got that hair sort of plastered down, Look. Yeah.
Have you been running around? What have you been doing all day?
I've been
Yeah,
at-
microphone talking to the microphone.
I've been at my grandma's house, and I just got picked up from her house like 2 hours ago. Or
How many cigarettes does your grandmother smoke while you're over there?
Stop. Hey, we behave yourself. Stop that, please.
What is the matter with you?
Stop. You are a monster. You are a monster.
And we know she switched to cigars years ago.
All right, so how was your first day? You didn't do anything, did you?
didn't.
Okay, that's it. So how you feeling about all this? You were crying last night when we told you. It sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. What did you feel? Tell everybody how you felt.
Tell us how you felt.
Let us know.
I felt horrible.
What do you miss most about going to school? And unfortunately, you can't for a little while. But what do you miss most?
Yeah.
Seeing my friends.
Oh, I would too.
Yeah.
I would too. It's
an important part of life.
You're going to see them again soon. You will. I promise you that. You will. What do you love most about hanging out with family on a day off like this?
Yeah.
Fun.
What kind of fun do you have?
Video games. Oh.
What?
Dad.
What? I'm here.
Remember that you downloaded that game on my Xbox?
Yeah, the one with the World War fighters.
I just accomplished 7 missions. One where you got the bomb ships.
Oh, Harvard Med School is opening its doors to you, pal.
Oh, and by the way, it's called Flying Tigers.
Okay, all right.
Hidden Dragon.
Give me a kiss. Get out of here. I'm finished. I'm finishing the show. Thank you. I love you. And say your signature goodbye line.
Wait, can you? Goodbye, duties.
Oh, would you like to say goodbye duties in Russian?
Goodbye, duties.
Thank you.
I can't really do a good Russian accent.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you
yes,
can.
you can.
All
All
right,
right,
it's
see you later.
possible with practice, son.
That's right.
Bye. See you later. Love you. Take care. Thanks for coming by. Taping a special across the
He's getting so much taller.
He is. I like
He
you.
is.
What'd you do today? Played. I
Yeah.
played.
So the
Can I
thing
ask you
is
a quick
that
question?
yes.
You know me. I've actually kissed a man before. No big deal.
Yes.
What's up with do you used to kiss your dad on the lips? I don't know. I thought that was like a Latin thing. No, is it an O'Mara thing?
I've done. I did it
You
with
do
my
it?
yeah.
How
that's-
long would you
Well,
stop?
I had to
Last
stop wearing
week?
cologne. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is called a callback.
That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Yeah.
No, I'd say probably 7 or 8 years old.
I think
Yeah.
it's normal.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, then what did you spotlight it for?
It just I don't know.
Does it creep you out?
Creeps me out a little bit. I'm Latin. All we're doing is smooching in Latin families.
Yeah, that's why the variant.
So
Super
you think
spreader.
it's so natural that I don't really think about it. Do you think I should switch to hugs or something like that?
This is gonna get real. When I was little Michael's age, our big deal when we got to family events was hug, and for the ladies it was kiss on the cheek, right?
Right.
Even as a little kid.
The European deal.
Yeah, and then when you would see your uncles, you'd go kiss on the lips. Like even your uncles as a little kid, be like, hi, mwah, hi, mwah, mwah, mwah. You walk around.
Were these the uncles? Were they the uncles in the satin shorts?
You get all.
Sit on my lap, little Oscar.
Come down from
Thank
this
God
horsey.
I'm glad you are here for 5th of May celebration.
You know, if there is an age where I'm going to feel so sad, because I will tell you that this summer, the deal was the new place, which is kid-friendly, where I play my golf down there. I was down there, and he was down there. And I'd finish playing with my buds, and I'd see him, and I'd always pick him up early. I picked him up early like the first time, and then it became a thing where I just loved it. And so he was going back to school, and the kids' camp was over, and I got done with my guys, and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm not picking him up. It was one of the first times I can remember, and this is a true story. This is one of the first times in recent memory that I had summer withdrawal, where I said, oh, summer's over. It felt terrible. And the same thing, like giving him a little smack on the lips, my little man. You're right. He's not going to be
little anymore.
He's going to be growing up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to miss that when he was a little kid. I didn't think. Now, because of you, you've ruined it.
You ruined everything.
I'll be thinking about
Yeah,
that.
you ruined everything.
You know what? He ruins everything.
He does
really,
ruin
really
everything,
does.
and he takes great joy.
My father
pees on the ashes.
My father brought it up and said, he goes, Oscar, deja de besar en los labios. And I was like, what?
Labios?
Which is lips.
Lips.
Oh, all right.
He goes,
technically true, right?
Yeah.
That's very close. Oh, it's the same.
Labios.
You want to talk about a Latin family? That's a Latin word right there.
Labios.
Yeah.
So,
Labios rejuvenation.
I was around this age, or when Michael, like 8, 9, 10, where he said, it's time for a kiss on the cheek. That's enough. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you put your banaka away.
That's too funny. Hey, do we have? Do you need a whole thing to talk about your son's drop off?
Yeah, I think I do. I think I do.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, because Rob dropped his kid off at college. I want to hear all about that.
You
We'll do that
think
tomorrow.
it's hard to stop kissing him on the cheeks? Try dropping them off and leaving them. That's tough.
Oh God, time. That old clock on the wall, ladies and gentlemen. It's weird. I know I'm going to lose it at some point this week.
Well,
I know I'm just going to be sitting there watching a movie and I'll start bawling.
Well, once they're like 17, 18, and they can start using the tongue, you'll be okay.
Stop it!
That's you're evil. You're a monster. At least you fixed our security. We'll be right back, everybody.
Gift from the French.
Dennis Murphy hung around Pondville Media and tried to break into broadcasting, but his natural
I do
speech
too.
proved to be a huge obstacle. Then one day, he would later tell his biographer, the voice of God told him to take diction lessons, and his whole life changed.
Hark! I hear the cannons roar. Is it the king approaching?
Hark! I hear the cannons roar. Is it the king approaching?
Dennis practiced faithfully for many months, and through diligence and perseverance, it was only a question of time before he emerged a major f***ing star.
Good evening, and cheers to you all out there. Welcome to Murphy's Musings. I'm Dennis Murphy. Our broadcast is sponsored this evening by the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Frightfully witty, uncensored content every week. Click the banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com and purchase a subscription so you never miss a minute of the fun.
I love that.
Hark!
Hey, what? Everybody, listen up. When it comes to thinning hair, you no longer have to choose between natural remedies and those that work. There's a holistic solution for men that promotes both healthier hair and whole body wellness without drugs or prescriptions. Did you know that there are 5 root causes of thinning hair?
5.
Nutrafol is the hair supplement that goes beyond genetics to target stress, hormones, nutrition, metabolism, and environmental factors that may be impacting your hair. Nutrafol is clinically shown to improve hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage without compromise. 21 potent natural ingredients also support sex drive, better sleep, and less stress. In a clinical study, men showed progressive improvements in hair growth and thickness after 3 and 6 months. Nutrafol is also trusted and recommended by more than 1,500 top doctors. Healthier hair and support our show. You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering the promo code TMOS to save $15 off your first month subscription. This is their best offer anywhere, and it's only available to U.S. customers for a limited time. Plus, free shipping on every order. Get $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code TMOS, and we thank you. Let's open up the dumpster and see who's in the bottom of it right now.
Hi, this is Lucy. I hope you've enjoyed listening. Bye.
Lucille Ball.
Isn't that lovely? That's wonderful.
And that was 1960s Lucy. She wasn't like, yet.
Oh, she probably was. But anyway, that's lovely.
Hi, this is Lucy.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
One of your better Halloween costumes ever, Mike.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. We've all done drag on the show.
We
I've
have.
done 2, Lucille Ball and Barbara Bush. So, yes, the late Barbara Bush. They're both dead now. What's that say? Says that I'm in the on-deck circle. Yay! All right.
All right. What was the name of the Lion Country Safari you went to? That place in Miami, I guess it was?
Tampa? No.
Tampa?
West Philadelphia?
Born and raised.
It was just outside of Palm Beach.
Okay, well,
I'll look it up.
I'm glad you didn't go to the one in Louisiana called the Gone Wild Safari. Because there was a trending video on TikTok. Internet.
TikTok.
And the camels were putting their heads in the car to get food, and the family doesn't handle it well.
Had to stop.
Lion Country Safari.
Okay.
Stop! No, I don't have any. Unlock the windows. I can't, Clayton.
Started from the beginning. I screwed it up.
That's all right. Mike, these are live camels.
Putting their heads inside the
Inside the car. And there is a dad and a mom and a child that I believe weighs in.
Had to stop. Unlock the windows. I can't, Clayton. Don't bust the windows. Daddy. No. Daddy. Clayton, your mom. Oh, back up. Oh, this blanket. Go. Oh, my God. You have more food. Feed him. Clayton, put your hand out the window a little bit. No, don't give him the cup.
Don't give him the cup. Don't give him the cup. Luckily, they only put their head in, Mike. They didn't have to deal with the toe.
Because the cup was full of Brondo.
It was. It has electrolytes. It's what plants crave. I put this mostly so I could use this phrase. Baltimore Chipotle. Ooh. Doesn't that sound like a DJ name?
This is some audio. This is on every radio show in the country today.
Love this today.
This is special. This. All right. So there's a part. Can I do a setup for you?
Yeah, I wish you would.
Right
yeah.
here? So, anybody knows Baltimore. Baltimore's a tough town.
It is.
Very, very tough town.
You know what, Mike? It's a hard Scrabble town.
Hard Scrabble, Baltimore City. You got a complaint for a manager anywhere else. You go out to the burbs.
Yeah.
Out to the rural areas. Yeah, you're all right. Mm-hmm. You go into inner city Baltimore, they're going to give maybe it right back to you. What happened with this one, Rob?
A guy was, and Chipotle food is made to order. The line will back up. And the guy said that he thought he was waiting too long, and he wanted to talk to the manager, and the employee threw scissors at him.
Is she the manager? Is she the manager? Bro, is she the manager?
That's the sound of scissors being thrown across the Chipotle.
So she's screaming at him, and she throws scissors at him.
I'm the manager, and you're going to have to wait as long as it takes to get your carne asada.
I think we all got to take a beat here. And like that's obviously not appropriate, but these fast food establishments, or fast casual in this case, they don't have enough people. I go to the Chipotle across the street here. There's not enough people. And you best believe I'm not going to complain about anything.
Yeah, I went over there the other day, and they had 2 guys assigned just to slaughtering the cow.
You just can't get anybody, so you got to wait.
Look, I've always found the weak link at Chipotle are the grillers. The guys that are supposed to grill the chicken and the beef and the pork.
You got to wait. But if you if you have 2 people and the line is backed up, you got to realize you got to relax.
Yeah, and also hide the scissors.
Yeah.
Hide the scissors.
She was upset.
She was very upset, Mike. Not as upset as the family of Dennis Thomas. Perhaps you remember Dennis Thomas, one of the leaders of Kool and the Gang. And,
of course.
We lost him last week. And when they were carrying the obit on News Nation, which is I believe an internet news service, they had a very good-looking anchor reading the story about this singer from Kool and the Gang.
Dennis Thomas, one of the founding members of the soul funk band Kool-Aid and the Gang, has died. His representative says Thomas died peacefully in his...
Kool-Aid and the Gang. He died by running through a huge wall.
That's brutal.
That's sad.
Brutal.
That's sad. We're going to have a celebration.
That's right.
She knows that. She'd know that song if somebody played it at her football game.
I heard it at a wedding.
Right.
I clapped on 1 and 3.
Celebrate good times. Kool-Aid and the Gang.
You know what's really sad is that's the song that everyone knows, and that could conceivably be their worst song.
Oh, how dare you. I loved it. As a club DJ, we loved that song.
But I put it up against Hollywood Swingin', man. I mean, that's really...
Oh, no.
That's really a funk record. What they've...
No, you're just... I think you're reacting to its overplay.
Perhaps.
That's
maybe,
what it is.
Maybe
it was played so much. They ruined it.
It's a fine record for a wedding or
How about
maybe...
Ladies' Night?
Great song.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what a night. Oh, it's ladies' night. Yeah, well, Safe Travels to... Was he the lead singer?
He was one of the front men. I think they traded off on vocals on Kool and the Gang. So,
okay, good.
Speaking of ladies, Mike, let's end with this. There was a lady, and she was trending on social media. There is a Pennsylvania, the York State Fair in Pennsylvania. She was on the, and also, they've been, I think now that
Mike O'Mara country up there, baby.
I think that they are.
It is in York.
York?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think with the little variants, when we had that sort of soft spot in COVID, a lot of these traveling carnival rides are back. I know there's one on Route 7 right now. And this lady got on.
A lot of stuff is back, even though COVID's still going.
I know. And also, I tend to not trust any ride, and I like theme parks. I don't like rides that have wheels on them to move them around. That's what I don't. You know who had a lot of that? The Garcia Brothers Carnival in Manassas. It was very mobile. So she's on a zero gravity ride, and it's not going well.
We're on this ride called Zero Gravity.
We'll close with this.
New York Fair. Okay, we're lifting up. Oh, let's go. Oh, I feel that right. Oh. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm trying to make a TikTok. Oh, I'm trying to make a TikTok. Hold on, my kidney. My kidney.
My other chin.
When asked how it went after the ride, she said, TikTok, internet. That is your digital dumpster. Have a great Monday, everybody.
That sounds like a lovely, lovely lady. We got to get out of here. We got a lot of stuff we didn't get to on today's show. Oscar painted the town all weekend. You dropped off your son at college. And I got the Elvis memories, though. That was good.
I got a good Carrie update for everybody, too.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, she posted on one of my threads about my kid, which was very sweet. I appreciate it.
That happens when you get on hydrocodone. You have very opinionated.
Okay. Awesome.
How you doing? Nice to think. Is it going to go?
Nice to see things are still going well. We'll be back with a brand new one tomorrow. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
You want to hurt me? Go right ahead if it makes you feel any better.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.